This is another in the first read series where I just do a first reading of a poem that I don't know, or by a poet I don't know at all. And this poet I don't know at all. So I don't know that these are great readings all the time. Sometimes when I do a first reading, I'm way off. Sometimes I'm right on. Sometimes I feel like when I do some research, it expands and I have something good to say, or when I think about it from a theoretical point of view, it just changes my viewpoint, or when I try to fit it into a tradition, it does. But with these readings, I'm just trying to give a joy of a first read, and that's all I'm doing. So I don't claim brilliance or anything at all, even a good reading in this. This is from the Cabildo Quarterly, which is kind of cool because I think it's there aren't that many left around that do this. It's a broadside journal, and it totally reminds me of walking the streets of Dallas late at night and being handed a piece of paper, and it was just felt so counterculture at the point. This is back in the 90s. And I feel like there's a little bit of element with that with this journal. So I read this one that's right in the middle of the page and I kind of pick these things randomly a lot of times. And that's what I did with this one. So State of Nature by Wade Fox. I don't know Wade Fox. The world was made of luminous plastic and breakfast cereal. I should mention, I usually look at the form before I read it, and I looked at this one just, really quickly. And I don't see any rhyme or rhythm or anything like that, but so I'm going to read it like an open form one. The world was made of luminous plastic and breakfast cereal. I feel that we're probably going into a poem that's a little bit critical of the current world. This feels like this could be the contemporary world or a world of somebody's past as well. There's a plastic, I like this image, that plastic is luminous. It's like what we wake up to. The sky was a dome of exhaust fumes through which a pixelated haze of primaries colors shone. It feels like this sometimes, I think. I look up and, you see the exhaust line around the city sometimes. And you wonder, is this what's, what we've done to the place we're in? To love was to own, to hold, to entrap, to keep as your own forever. I like the sound of that. The message is pretty harsh. I mean, if this is what love is, I don't want it. This idea that to love something is to own it, to hold it, to entrap it. I feel like, as little consumers, we've been taught to treat what we love as this, or what we think of as love. So, like something you love, you want to hold and keep. But honestly, we don't own anything, especially the people that we love. We don't own them. A silent and perfect modeled and molded mannequin. Is this love that's being referred to here as the silent and modeled and molded mannequin? Could be. Love is something we're taught, I feel like, to make into our own shape. There's this life itself right now. A machine without sensation made of pistons fueled by ambition. Is this us or love? This is what we've taught about love or us. Like we become these machines. It reminds me of Deleuze and Guattari, right? This machine, this body, right? This desiring body is what we are now. But in this one, it feels like fueled by ambition. This is what we've been told to do. Our heaven was a night of eternal credit that the Sears and Roebuck. That's just kind of funny. This could be like a memory back in time. I think calling it Sears and Roebuck, it feels a little bit older that way. Or this, what we've been told that we want, this stuff. We have all this credit to get the stuff we need. Santa Claus taught us to be empty of everything except desire. The E's repeat in this one, the beginning of the words, empty everything except. And Santa Claus just teaches us to only want. We empty ourselves of everything except for desire for stuff, for more stuff, to be a consumer, to buy, to want credit. The world was ours to consume, gnawing around the edges until. It feels like this has been a contemporary world. A world for the last 100 years. We've been consuming it at the edges. We too were consumed, and we're consumed as we consume it. But we're also consumed as we become objects of only desire. So we become consumers, good consumers who consume. and are consumed in turn, like bright bits of marshmallows drowning at the bottom of a bowl, like there's a cereal coming back in. This is what we become, like we're some marshmallow in a sugary cereal, drowning at the end. It's humorous in its criticism. I like that it's just taking a straight up shot at the world. I feel like a lot of poems try to play it safe or take a safe shot at safe groups. This one, it just kind of throws it out there. And I think it's easy enough to see how this poem could fit with our contemporary experience. So Wade Fox, we're told, lives in Denver. You see this at the bottom. It's fun, a fun little poem.